Earlier today, there was a special sitting of the Judicial Service Commission over the bribery allegations touching on one of the judges of the Supreme Court, Justice Tunoi, Phillip, of course, as well as the Nairobi Governor, Evans Kidero. So that special sitting, the CJ calling for it. He's the president of the Supreme Court. He'd been given the report following the investigations into the same. And Michelle Ngele has been following that story for us. Michelle is at the Supreme Court. Michelle, I understand that sitting is done. Do we know what unfolded in the same?
Well, let's begin. First of all, thank you very much, Sophia. This week, reports hit the media that Supreme Court Judge Phillip Tunoi may be embroiled in a major bribery corruption scandal. Now, today, the 72-year-old judge was the subject of a special sitting by the Judicial Service Commission convened by Chief Justice Willy Mutunga. Tunoi is said to have received about $2 million, and that's about 200 million Kenyan shillings, to influence an election petition against the Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero, a petition filed by the now Kabete Member of Parliament Ferdinand Waititu. Now, Tunoi has since denied the bribery allegations, blaming them on the successive wars in the judiciary. He has specifically pointed out that bad blood between old judges and magistrates of the judiciary and the new ones who joined the rank under the new constitution, saying that the new ones are being discriminated against. Now, Chief Justice Willy Mutunga had reported that last year in November, he received a complaint against Phillip Tunoi, and that he ordered a thorough internal investigation to be carried out. Now, today, Chief Justice Willy Mutunga was expected to share the reports, the findings of this investigation in the JSC's special sitting today. He also announced that that same report will be shared with other government institutions, including the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, as well as the Director of Public Prosecution. Now, the Judicial Service Commission was supposed to review this report and see whether they would recommend that President Uhuru Kenyatta appoint a tribunal to further investigate these allegations. But the special sitting ended about 30 minutes ago, and Chief Justice Willy Mutunga came out saying that the Judicial Service Commission has now convened a special committee that will look into these allegations, and in 7 days' time they will be able to inform the public on the proceedings of this committee. And let me just read out the names of the people in this special committee. It is a committee made up of 6 people. It is being chaired by Professor Margaret Kobia. The other person in the committee is Professor Gibu Muigai. We also have Honorable Agri Muchelule, Honorable Emily Ominde, and Honorable Winnie Guchu and Kip Korir Bet. Sophia.
All right, so you're saying there's a time that has been put up for this committee to be able to conclude its work and thereafter forward its report to...
No, a special committee has been convened by the Judicial Service Commission, because these are members of the Judicial Service Commission themselves. And so in 7 days' time, they will be able to come out and tell the country what they have decided in that committee. This is different from what was expected. Initially, the Judicial Service Commission special sitting was expected to review the report on the investigation that was carried out, that was... tribunal further investigate these allegations, but now this has been left to that special committee that has been convened by the Judicial Service Commission.
All right, many thanks, Michelle Ngele, for us at the Supreme Court, telling us what has unfolded from that special sitting of the JSC, forming a special committee made up of 6 members that will be looking at the issues arising from that bribery scandal, touching on the Justice Phillip Tunoi, who's a judge of the Supreme Court, and the Nairobi Governor Evans Kidero as well. The story will continue to follow for you now in an exclusive interview with KTN. Justice Phillip Tunoi yesterday dismissed the allegations as mere witch hunt. Take a listen.
I was really perturbed, and I would not hesitate to leave the judiciary immediately if my accuser can prove an iota of my wrongdoing. He may have seen me in Eldoret town where I live. He may have seen me walking in the streets of Nairobi, but I've never shaken his hand. I've never seen him. Never met Kidero physically. I've not even greeted his hand. I'm sure he must have seen me in court or anywhere, but I've never been close to him. I've never spoken to him. During the forthcoming general elections, is worrying so many people. Who are the judges who may hear the petition in the presidency case? Which judge leans towards this group? Which judge belongs to the opposition? Which judge belongs to the, or in good terms with the executive? That is